We've been talking about COVID. Now we got to talk about Fauci because Fauci must be brought to justice, and that's it.
Fauci's been brought to Fauci's in the dirt right now.
He's in the dirt, but what justice? Is there? There's not going to be any trouble for him. That's what he's doing. He's covering his ass, and I think
then the other thing too is that he's too much of a Democrat hero to be taken down. And this is the funny thing about the show. Earlier on the show, we're hitting some hard liberal points about like taxes and whatever. And now we're going to go right on the opposite, and we're going to talk about old Fauci.
We're going to talk, and it's going to be okay because
these, like, Fauci is everyone's hero on the left. They would never give this man up.
Yeah.
And it's like, guys, maybe he's not who you thought he was. Like, I have no doubt that he's a competent scientist.
Right. Dude, made a banger. Made the best one in the game. Killed it, literally. Killed it.
Let's see this. Fauci just responded, okay?
Even though you lean towards feeling that this is more likely a natural occurrence, we always felt that you've got to keep an open mind. All of us. We didn't get up and start announcing it, but we've always said keep an open mind and continue to look. So I think it's a bit of a distortion to say that we deliberately suppress that.
Weren't there emails from him like saying, hey, like Peter Daszak or one of the scientists like literally emailed him, hey, thanks for standing up for the naturalistic origin and dismissing this Fox panic about the lab leak. So now he's saying that, I never dismissed it? Is that what he's saying here?
People forget that, but if you go back then, even though you lean towards feeling that this is more likely a natural occurrence, we always felt that you've got to keep an open mind. All of us. We didn't get up and start announcing it, but we've always said keep an open mind and continue to look. So I think it's a bit of a distortion to say that we deliberately suppress that. People forget that.
Deliberately suppressed. I think everyone covers their ass, and it's, sometimes it's even like unconscious behavior. Like,
well, here it is right here. Let's just skip the nonsense. Here's what he actually said. He goes, okay, Fauci calls for China to shut down its wet market. So this is a thing about what Fauci has said about COVID's origins and the lab leak theory. Fauci first called for China to shut down its wet markets. That's the natural theory. In an interview with Fox News. Rebuffing the president, Fauci downplays the possibility of a lab leak, saying the virus mutations are totally consistent with a jump up from a species from an animal to human. In his strongest statement yet against the engineered virus, Fauci tells National Geographic that he's very, very strongly leaning towards this could not have been artificially or deliberately manipulated. Adds that all signs indicate that virus evolved in nature, then jumped species. Fauci brushes aside former Centers for Disease Control and Prevention directors, Dr. Robert whatever, about the possibility of lab leak is just an opinion. Fauci gets into a heated back and forth with Senator Rand Paul during a Senate testimony over unsubstantiated allegations about a leak between Wuhan. So this whole time he's saying that it wasn't artificial, and he's saying no, it's basically natural. And then he's saying this.
Distortion to say that we deliberately suppress that. I think it's a bit of a distortion to say that we deliberately suppress that.
You deliberately suppress that.
Yeah.
You consistently said it's not that. Amish, you know I hate liars, don't you?
I know you hate. It's a sin. It's a sign of a sinner. And so what? Okay, but here's the thing. Right? You made COVID. Everyone finds out. You go, oh, it was the bats. It was the bats. The bats did it. Fucking bats. You say, it was the bats. Can we
say it louder for the people in the back?
Get the heat off me. It's the bats. What did it? Bats. That's what he's doing. He's throwing the bats under the bus. And that's it. And Stewart knows.
Jon Stewart does know. Jon Stewart guys.
And that's why it's okay for us to say it.
He finally made it okay to say it. Listen, guys, a week ago, sorry, not a week ago, like 2 months ago, you couldn't say this on Facebook. It was against the law of Facebook.
They would have kicked you off of Facebook.
The law of the land.
Kicked off of Facebook for saying this. Foolish.
Debt of gratitude to science. Science has in many ways helped ease the suffering of this pandemic, which was more than likely caused by science.
Yes.
So he says it. They go back and
And the
forth.
audience
I don't
is
want to do
tepid.
this because it's going to get us on the copyright thing.
Oh, shit.
But Jon
okay.
Stewart makes the point that
Laboratory coronavirus lab. How did this happen? And they're like, a pangolin kissed a turtle.
he points out that it's ridiculous what the options are,
Yeah.
right?
Good for him, man. Thank you. Thank you, Baba G, Jon Stewart. Thank you. These people are corporate. They've sold out.
And then Stephen Colbert the whole time is like, ha ha ha, this makes no sense.
Come on, John. Come on. What are you doing? Come on, John. You have sold out.
Stephen
Dude.
Colbert, dude. What happened? So Jon
From where he
Stewart's
came from?
still the man, dude. Still
Yes,
the man.
Still tight. Still
Stewart
tight. I mean,
rocks.
Colbert, you know what it is with Colbert? Colbert has the righteous work ethic.
Yeah, he does.
And the job that he has, he's doing his job, and he's at NBC or whatever network, whatever major network this is, and they are told very strictly to toe the line, and like they basically have to support Fauci or like they lose access from the government. That's my own theory. Sounds like conspiracy theory maybe, but I know a lot of times with these big media outlets, they're told by like MSNBC tells them like we don't want to lose access to the White House. So don't say that because the White House
access
is
a
pro
huge,
Fauci.
It's a huge form of soft influence. That's real. Let's
Exactly,
watch
right?
on. Let's watch on.
Or it's the
Sorry, one sec.
bat of the night shit. What about
Wait
this?
a second.
Listen to this.
Wait a second.
All right.
John.
Oh my God. Oh my God. There's been an outbreak of chocolatey goodness near Hershey, Pennsylvania. What do you think happened? Like, oh, I don't know. Maybe a steam shovel mated with a cocoa bean. Or it's the chocolate factory. Maybe that's it.
That
Yes, sir.
Yep. And
yes,
he's getting the cheers.
sir.
And Colbert says, easy, watch it, Johnny. We got sponsors. We got someone's going to come in, shut us
Could be.
down.
Wait a second. But it could be possible, you could be right, it could be possible that they have the lab in Wuhan to study the novel coronavirus diseases because in Wuhan there are a lot of novel coronavirus diseases
Shilling for Fauci.
Place to find
Chilling for
bats.
Fauci.
You won't find bats.
No, but
anywhere
it's like
else.
saying
oh
why-
wait, Austin, Texas has thousands of them that fly out of a cave every night.
That's actually very true.
That's very true.
Very true.
Very
No,
true.
it doesn't seem to be an Austin coronavirus. The only coronavirus we have is in Wuhan,
Yep.
Yes,
where they have a lab called, what's the lab called again, Stephen?
the Wuhan novel coronavirus lab.
I believe
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the case.
So that's a banger point.
And how long
That's a banger
have you
point.
worked for Senator Ron Johnson?
Let me tell you something.
Watch your fucking mouth.
Easy cheap shot. Easy cheap shot. Okay.
Watch it. What is he doing?
You know what's funny, dude? This
So
is like
foolish.
this is the liberal purity test. If you start straying from like the party line, they go, "How long you been working for Trump?" It's like, you know what that's like? That's like the Republican equivalent of like, what are you, a socialist now?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Okay, I'm with her. I'm with Hillary. What the fuck are you doing? I'm with fucking Hillary, idiot. Shut up. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh, you think we should tax the billionaires, and you also think Hillary Clinton should be the fucking president, idiot? Like that's what it is. It's partisan. It's very partisan. He's picked a team. He's saying you're not on my team. Yes, this is the meaning of what he has said, and it's foolish because why are we picking teams on this? It's a science. Fauci made a banger virus. I'm giving him credit. Give him credit. He did great.
You
You
guys
go.
need to learn some basic virology, Jennifer Nielsen. This is all garbage. Jennifer, do you think it's a natural occurring coronavirus?
Yeah, Jennifer, what do you think? What do you think?
We'd love to know. Listen, we
What do
just
we
we want to know what's going
look,
on.
And
If we
Denim Charette is defending us already, saying, "Dude, it's comedy." But like, no, like we'd love to hear this theory. Sorry, go ahead. I cut you
Jennifer,
off.
I mean, if you want to come on the show, come on the show.
Come on. Tell us. Tell us the
we'd
theory.
love to know what you think. PG,
Joshua
no
says, "Take a
Jennifer.
hike, Jennifer."
Did you see? No Jennifer. We learned from YouTube comments. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, where's
come on, Jennifer. Tell us what's going
tell
on.
us. Tell us what's going on. If you're a virologist, if you're in the virology.
No, I mean
game.
it sincerely. I'm not
Did
even
we
like.
scare her? She's like gone now. She's not even.
No,
making
I'm
another
not.
joke.
I'm not even saying that tongue in cheek. I actually want to know.
Don't bother her. Don't at message her. Now people are at messaging her. Diligent Jabber, Jon Stewart didn't stop talking, so they couldn't edit around him. Yeah, I know. No, it's very awkward because Colbert is like so squirming. He's like, okay, hey, what are you working for, Ron Johnson? Stop, man.
Yeah.
Where have you come from? Know your roots. Respect your Babaji. This is your Guruji from the Comedy Central days that taught you everything you know. Foolish! He taught you everything you know.
Yeah.
And you insult him? And you say, no, Babaji, no. Maybe Babaji is wrong. Man. Foolish! Have respect. He has no respect.
Where's Jennifer, dude? Jennifer, we're all waiting with bated breath.
You see, now you're making it sound aggressive.
Check out This Week in Virology. They talked about it a long time ago. Okay.
Oh, Jennifer, what's the theory?
She goes, don't watch that. Watch my thing. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
This Week in Virology.
I mean, we're not going to listen to This Week in Virology right now. If you can give us like a little sum, even if you could type out the sum up. Their actual virus. But like, can you give us the one liner? Can you give us a log line?
Give us the log line, baby.
Give us COVID, the log line. What do you got? You got it? Yeah, no, fuck, man. The world is changing, and we need more self-reliance.
Do we have we need a transcript of that? I'm trying to pull a transcript from that thing so we can at least.
Yeah, check it out, man.
Check it out.
So many. What's with these all caps? I'm not gonna read these all caps. I'm not reading the all caps. Settle it down. Unless you're doing an LOL all cap, Jennifer Nielsen.
I think Jennifer Nielsen is talking about this one. It's called SARS-CoV-2 Origins with Robert Gary. Robert Gary joins This Week in Virology to explain how molecular biology of SARS-CoV-2 shows that it came from nature, not a lab, including the receptor binding domain, the furin cleavage site, and the two lineages circulating the Wuhan wildlife markets.
Okay, fair enough.
No. This is just like you got your smart guy to say your thing. I promise you, I could find some scientist who goes, nope, the science shows that it's obviously from a lab.
That's what it seems like what came out in the emails too. Like he was covering it up. It sounds like he was saying, thanks for not saying that it was found by bats or whatever. He's saying,
right.
Is that him saying like, thanks for not saying that because it's a Trump conspiracy that we don't
I'm not saying Robert Gary's
public.
wrong, though. I'm just saying, like it's easy to get one guy to go, I'm positive that it came from nature or whatever. Like, I'm positive it came from blah, blah, blah. And by the way, I mean, look, this guy, here we go.
Oh,
Robert Gary. He's been saying this since March 18th of 2020. So, of course, he's going to say it in 2021. You can't abandon your post.
What we did in this study was we looked to try to figure out, based on the genetics of the virus and what we knew about coronaviruses before this, where the virus might have come from. So one thing I can tell you is that this is not a bioweapon. Nobody made this virus in a laboratory. This is a product of nature. What we believe is that the virus, probably a long time ago, originated from a bat species, because there are coronaviruses of bats that are very similar to this new coronavirus, the SARS coronavirus 2. But there are other parts of the virus that look more like other animal coronaviruses. So what we believe is that this is a recombinant. So the virus combined from two different species to create a virus that is now infecting humans. Now, we don't know how long the virus was in humans. It could be just a few months, could be years, could be decades. But what we do know is that there are a few small changes that were made in the virus that allowed it to spread more rapidly. We know that.
Okay, there we go, Jennifer. You got your due, okay? Now relax on it, okay? We listen to everybody.
It's fine. We listen.
We listen to everybody
relaxed. Here. She told us once or twice. It's fine. It's fine. Some other people are doing all caps. Brian 299. Amish snapping at Colbert had me weak. Ha 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 ha. Laughy faces. BC Coffee. Can you explain how the first coronavirus came about? Well,
here's the thing. Here's the funny thing about SARS-CoV-1. SARS-CoV-1 was from nature, but SARS-CoV-1 after it got out, it re-leaked twice from a lab, from the Chinese Institute of Virology. This is known. So you're going to tell me that it's impossible that this lab where we were working on novel coronaviruses, it couldn't have leaked? Where people were allegedly doing gain-of-function research, it couldn't have leaked? You're saying that's impossible? I'm just saying, if you acknowledge on the one hand that they have leaked before. SARS-CoV viruses have leaked before.
Yeah.
Then you acknowledge, well, they were working on coronaviruses in the lab. Mm-hmm. Then you say they may have been doing some gain of function. pretty questionable.
Yeah.
Then you go, okay, if those three things are true, could it have been from a lab? I mean, you could still argue that this one happened to be from nature, but you have to give credence to the possibility that it could have been from the lab. It's not even close to outside the realm of possibility.
Right now, it seems fair, especially the fact that we're not.
Three of the researchers came down with a illness. They all went to the hospital.
Yeah. Like, this guy's saying that the original one comes from
Nonsense.
nature. Fair enough that he's saying the original one comes from nature. But does it, like, can you not take the original one, put it in a lab, and just do some experiments on it? Because it sounds to me like what Fauci was trying to do, even with Rand Paul, is he goes, it's not gain-of-function research, which is like a technicality, but he just technically wasn't doing the literal thing called gain-of-function. But what he was doing is taking SARS and making a banger out of it. It was like they said, "Hey, we need a sequel, and it's got a bang. We need a blockbuster on that shit." And Fauci delivered on that, but he did not. He did not technically do gain of function.
Oh,
That's what
gosh, dude.
But when you
That's
saw him with Rand
so
Paul,
freaking funny.
when you saw him with, thank you. But when you saw him with Rand Paul, was he not saying this? Basically, it sounds like he's just doing a technicality. It's not gain of function. Okay, fine. It's not gain of function. It wasn't totally made in a lab. Fine, it came from a bat. Can we not get it from a bat? Say, hey, study that. Like, it sounds to me like this is what they said. Study it. Your job is to study it. Fund more research even in it. And then that's what they made the lab that name, and they did it. And then they made a little boo-boo. They made a little mistake. First, he did his job righteously. Let me say that. He did his job correctly and righteously when he made that banger. Someone let it out by mistake. People are dying. No, everyone's first instinct is deny. I don't want to get into more. I don't want to say there's a more conspiracy than that. I don't want to say anyone's ill-willed, anyone's being mean or crazy or like. I don't think the Chinese government is like in on it or anything like that. I think it's just honest mistakes, and this is all over the world. Everyone's mishandling is a lot of it is let's pretend this isn't happening. A lot of it is that's the Indian government response is like it's gonna just be gone in a month. Will you stop it?
It's not going to be gone.
They don't know. They at the time they didn't know, and the scientists told them, and they just said, "Well, you've been wrong about other shit. You said the whole world was gonna end because of some other climate change or whatever." And, like they don't care. They don't care, right? Like they just hear that advice and they go, "Okay, let's pretend it's not happening. Pretend that the deaths aren't that bad. Blame as much as you can on cancer." Because there's a bunch of people that people are saying like from India, Russia, China, a lot of countries. People just died of an ammonia, like is it pneumonia or ammonia? Like people just die, like in Russia, people are saying that like the numbers could be way higher because they died of something else. Even in India, people are saying like the numbers are way higher than whatever they're reporting. Way higher. Like that's like across the board. People say that. Like in the government, they're like, oh, we don't have the efficiency to count it proper. Like it's probably like 2-3 times that. Yep, that's what we're counting. Like that, I'm talking about like government people say that in India. Like they're just. It's open. It's in the news. They don't like. It's not. They're not ashamed of it. They're like, hey, if you had this many people, you wouldn't fucking know either. If you had this many people and they were free citizens, not like communist China, where the whole thing was made. If you weren't like that, then you wouldn't be able to control and know each number either. Right. And every level of government is suppressed. Is like, well, just say it was a cancer. Every level is doing that, so you don't even have real numbers. Anyway, I don't know how I got into all that. West Freight 28. $5. Thanks, man. Oh my God, I feel like I've had.
You're on fire. You're channeling the sauce, dude.
Channeling the source.
Where's Jennifer?
Jennifer, we got more from Jennifer.
Well, I'm trying to find as much as I can from Jennifer. No, he didn't lie. He didn't suppress. See, okay, Jennifer might be one of the Fauci ones. I think she's talking about Fauci. There are traits of viruses that point to a natural origin, and human manipulation leaves signs. Everything you read from Fauci was 100% legit. 100%. Nothing could it be lie. Come on.
It's hard to tell. I mean, a lot of smart people are saying this. A lot of smart people are saying this, and it does look like a little bit of like what she's saying. That like even I know people who are like the Fauci emails, like that, there's nothing in there. Like a lot of people are like have that attitude. A lot of intelligent people, because they do feel like he's the scientist and just listen to him.
Trust the Fauci. But my point is that there are other scientists. I get it, because what she said is, Jesus, guys, all I'm saying is this really complicated stuff, and the science is way over most people's heads. and the evidence strongly leans towards natural origin, so Fauci wasn't lying. But does it, though?
But
that's the question. One guy, the first thing you realize about science when you actually start like reading papers is that almost nobody agrees. I mean, there are consensuses when you have a field advanced long enough, but there are also issues where people are deeply divided.
Yeah.
So it takes years to trace origin, so we won't know for a long time.
Right.
Okay,
fair enough. I mean, but what's wrong with the idea that like I'm not saying that it originally didn't come out of nature. Like it originally was in nature, but if they have this Wuhan Virus Institute, they're obviously carrying the virus there. They have different strains. Like, are they officially not allowed to just have, like, that's what they do. They have different strains. Is it not possible that they are working on it, trying to make it more powerful, and they leaked it by mistake? The original one is from nature. I'm not saying it's
no, all I'm going to say is this. Look, if you can't trust what people who are tied to the Wuhan Institute say. So Fauci has ties. Peter Daszak, a lot of these guys have ties. Robert Barrick have ties to the Wuhan Institute. So also, when you tell me trust these guys, I'm thinking to myself, no. Listen, which is why I liked when she brought up, to her credit, this Robert F. Gary guy. To my knowledge, he doesn't have a tie to.
That's great. To
Wuhan. Yeah. So I'm like, great. Yeah. I want to listen to this guy. I want to know. But you can't just say, well, listen to Fauci. I mean, let's be honest. Fauci had a reason to try to downplay the Wuhan origin. You think it would look good? You think Fauci would be in where he is right now if it was found out that it came from Wuhan? No way. No way. If we find out, trust me, if we find out that it came from the lab, Fauci's gone. I guarantee it. And Fauci knows that.
We don't already have that, eh? I thought that was like kind of
no.
No, it's not. It's not like proof. It's
gonna
go to a court of law.
We don't have proof one way or the other.
No, we just have his emails that say that he was kind of. By the way, I don't mind the mask stuff because I do find that mask stuff was very complicated, and so sometimes he said don't wear it, sometimes he said wear it. I thought that was like I'm with Fauci on that in the sense that it's a new situation. You don't know exactly what's going on. You do the best with the information you got. So he made some decisions like that. I'm not against him on that. I'm not even against him for making the banger virus of all time that shows a righteous work ethic. I'm just saying maybe they made it and it got out by mistake.
Nature says, this is Nature. It's like one of the most respected science institutions.
Okay,
or
great,
journals.
Great.
Journals.
These guys will know.
Divisive COVID lab leak debate prompts dire warnings from researchers. Great. What are the researchers saying? Allegations that COVID escaped from a Chinese lab makes it harder for nations to collaborate on ending the pandemic and fuel online bullying, some scientists say.
Okay, so is this another one of these?
What the heck does that? Wait. You can't say. Listen, this is the crazy thing. It's like you're saying, okay, don't say it came from a Chinese lab. What is the other option again? This is such a anti-science position to take, actually. This is mind-blowing. This is coming from one of the top journals. Don't talk about it coming from possibly from a lab. It fuels online bullying. I saw somebody saying, I forgot where it was. They were saying, what's more racist? Saying it came from a lab, like labs that everyone has, or those guys eat bats? Nobody else eats bats. Those guys they're dirty and they eat bats, and that's where it came from. What? That's actually more of like a, hey, watch out.
You know how many Indian memes? You know how many Indian TikTok were fucking, oh, Chinese people, they eat anything. No wonder they have it. That's what they were doing back in the day. Like last year they were doing that.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if anything would fuel online bullying, I would think a natural origin would. I think that actually the lab, we can safely hate everyone because the U.S. was involved too. So I don't.
Yeah, like then we could say the U.S.
funded it. Is like, they say the volatility of the debate could thwart efforts to study the virus's origins. Come on, dude.
Why?
Stop the gaslighting. It's so you can't ask questions. It's hurting us if you ask questions.
Are we bullying right now? Tell us honestly in the comment. Are we bullying? Is someone hurt? Like, I mean, we're here to talk, man.
Fauci's hurt, dude. We're talking trash about Fauci. That's it.
That Fauci's hurt, but I don't want, like, Fauci, it should be, of course it hurts him.
Look, as well as offending researchers and authorities in China whose cooperation is needed.
Oh yeah, we have to.
Oh, I think we came to it, guys.
We gotta kowtow to them.
Hey, you gotta worry about what China thinks. Hold on, let me pull up our apology. Me and Amish have a big apology for you guys right now.
Yo, I heard Trump did this too, right?
Hold on, Amish. Here's. Sorry for talking about the lab link, guys. Here's our apology.
Yes, we are sorry. We are sorry.
We made a mistake. We questioned the lab leak.
Yes.
And we've hurt China's feelings, who would never lie about anything to other world governments.
You know what? Apparently, so this thing, I think this just came out. Apparently, Donald Trump apologized to them too. Like Donald Trump during the presidency, he called Taiwan a country. He said, and you know, our great friend Taiwan or whatever.
No
and he
way.
had to go back. Yeah. So this is in a statement issued Saturday about. So this is from, sorry, NBC. But let me just. Should we do another one? Let's see. Who else? Washington Post. Why are people making such a big deal about the Trump? Yeah. Apparently, Trump did this too, about the Trump Taiwan call.
I don't know nothing about that.
I think it just came out or something.
Guy, hey, Trump's out of office. Quit worrying about him.
No, but I'm saying Trump apologized for this too, dude. Go easy on John Cena.
That's embarrassing. Did he really?
Go easy on John Cena. I'm like, this is what I've just heard this before, like 10 minutes before I came into the podcast. But apparently, Trump had to apologize for this too.
What?
Reported on the phone call Friday, Trump tweeted that his.
When was this?
I don't know. Someone just told me this. Trump's
Okay,
Taiwan phone call was
again, we gotta
long-planned.
know that for sure.
Washington. I'm looking at the Washington Post.
The point is, we're way off track here, Amish. We're way off track.
Look, you gotta apologize to China.
Look,
you gotta apologize to China.
Gotta apologize. Listen to this. Others worry that the rhetoric around the alleged lab leak has grown so toxic that it's fueling online bullying of scientists and anti-Asian harassment in the United States.
Anti-Asian harassment.
What? This has nothing to do with what we're saying. As well as offending researchers and authorities in China. Crazy, man.
I'm saying the Americans funded it.
The authoritarian bootlicking with China is unsettling.
It's
ridiculous. Deeply unsettling. Man.
Okay, now I gotta find this Trump shit. Okay, Trump apologized for me. Okay, wait. John Cena apologized. How Trump is winning hearts and minds in Taiwan. You know, Han. What is he thinking, dude?
Do you have that thing?
I don't know. How Trump is winning hearts and minds in Taiwan, risking China's wrath.
I feel like knowing, just knowing what kind of guy Trump is, he would call Taiwan a country not because he loves Taiwan, but just to piss off China. Like he would.
Yeah, that's what should happen. That's what he should be doing.
But that's what I think he did. Like, what proof do you have? No proof? Get out. Like, don't say it.
No, hey, chill. Calm down.
No proof here.
Such a Trump supporter. Such a Trump supporter. Just give it a second. All right. Hey, if anyone has proof, send us a link. Listen, let the audience do it. Let the community do it. I can't find it right now. It's 1 in the morning.
Caleb Ray.
It's 1 in the morning.
It's not even 1. I know.
Does anyone have this? Does anyone have
12.
This? Can someone send this to me?
Caleb Ray, $4.99. Hire all together. If they can't accurately record, how do they know COVID was actual cause of death or just one thing on a long list? Caleb, please don't make us go through this, okay? I don't have time to explain how epidemiology works. People spend their lives trying to count up deaths.
Right.
Okay? That's a whole career is finding out what people died of. Is it always right? No. But within error margins, it's pretty accurate, okay? Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, I'm not even going to get into that. That's a 2020 question. That's like I don't even know why anyone's asking that in 2010 or 2021.
Silly, dude.
Wes Frey, there are no resistance markers or fluorescent tags on it. It would have to be deliberately hidden before the fact for it to be leaked. Scientists are not that evil.
I don't think
Wes Frey saying there should have been biomarkers on the virus if it was genetically engineered.
Okay, fair enough. So it's not.
Fair enough, Wes Frey.
That's a good call. I mean, everyone's saying this there's just so many credible people saying that the lab leak happened. So now I'm just like, But it sounds like it from the emails. I don't know. But then some people are just so anti that too. But then there is the Trump derangement syndrome.
Look, I'm just celebrating the fact that we can finally talk about it again.
That's weird. The no talking
it's
is
just
weird.
that we can't talk about it.
I can't take it.
It ends up making people defend and want to talk about it. What if you just let us talk about it from the beginning? We could have gotten to the bottom of it like 12 months ago. This whole idea of oh my gosh, dude, I just saw a message that I have to address right now. It's hilarious.
Where is it?
It goes, Zilla equals Ted Cruz's nephew. Okay. That's funny. that's funny actually, because I saw something from Ted Cruz that freaking had me laughing. Okay. Did you see this? See this, Amish?
Yo, you see this 199 right here? What is this AVMU talking about with the 199? Take it easy. I'm gonna blush on that shit, dude. Who is this? It says, yo, why is it to 199 super chat? Well, yo, why is the beach looking so cute ASF tonight? Whoo!
Wow, dude.
Whoo, darling.
Wow.
AVMU.
Stop it. That's too much. He doesn't need that.
I did not tell someone to do that. Someone just wrote that.
So let's wrap up that previous clip, shall we?
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
I'm a scammer. Gonna rip you off, take you down.